Could cutting cow farts and burps save the planet? Or is it putting our food supply at risk? That's the fiery debate ignited by Bovaer, a methane-reducing feed additive designed to tackle climate change.
There's an apparent beef with cattle and their role in warming the planet.
Why are people pouring milk down the drain over a cow feed additive? This is BBC News. Well, you can probably tell us.
Yeah, because they're worried that it's contaminated with this chemical that's been put into cow feed to stop them producing so much methane when they fart.
If we have any significant concerns about safety, then we won't be authorising a product. But what I would point out is that these products go through really extensive, rigorous testing.
While it's seen as a breakthrough for sustainability, many are sounding alarms over safety and transparency. The UK trial of Bovaer has sparked protests, boycotts, and a tidal wave of online debate. Is this the future of farming, or a step too far? Let's look at what's at stake. Bovaer, developed by DSM-Firmenich, is a feed additive that targets a specific problem: the methane released by cows during digestion. This greenhouse gas is about 25 times more potent than carbon dioxide and accounts for nearly half of the UK's agricultural methane emissions. Bovaer works by suppressing enzymes in a cow's stomach that produce methane, reducing emissions by up to 45% according to studies. The additive has undergone over a decade of testing and is approved for use in 68 countries, including the UK. Earlier this year, Arla Foods, the UK's largest dairy cooperative, announced a trial involving 30 farms, with milk from these farms being sold in Tesco, Morrisons and Aldi. The goal? To explore how Bovaer could be integrated into dairy farming to reduce environmental impact. But the response has been far from unanimous. So, why are people concerned? While environmental advocates welcome Bovaer as a step forward, many have raised concerns about its safety, transparency, and long-term effects. One point of contention is the safety of Bovaer's active ingredient, 3-nitrooxypropanol, or 3-NOP. A report from the UK Food Standards Agency, FSA, noted that 3-NOP could be harmful to humans handling the additive in its raw form, with risks such as skin irritation and eye damage. And the Federal Drug Administration in the US, FDA, also stating it may damage male fertility and reproductive organs when handling the substance at an industrial scale. Farmers are required to use protective gear, including gloves and masks, when working with it. Let's take a quick look at how it works. 3-NOP is a synthetic compound specifically designed to reduce methane production in cows. When cows digest tough fibers like grass, a natural fermentation process occurs in their stomach. Specifically, the rumen produces methane, which is then released mostly through burping and farting. 3-NOP targets this process by inhibiting an enzyme called methylcoenzyme M reductase, or MCR, which is essential for methane formation. By disrupting this step, 3-NOP significantly reduces the amount of methane emitted without impacting the cow's digestion or overall health. Once ingested, 3-NOP breaks down quickly in the cow's stomach into naturally occurring compounds, leaving no trace in the milk or meat. Critics argue that these safety protocols raise questions about its overall safety. Another significant issue is transparency, or the perceived lack of it. Many consumers feel they weren't adequately informed about the trial and worry about the speed at which additives like Bovaer are being integrated into farming. This has led to protests, with videos circulating online showing shoppers pouring milk away and discarding products like Arla butter in frustration. For some, the distrust isn't just about Bovaer, but reflects a broader unease about changes in food production and a perceived disconnect between producers and consumers. Despite the backlash, regulators and scientists are confident in Bovaer's safety and effectiveness.
Precautionary principles that underpins everything that we and other regulators do, in the sense that if we have any significant concerns about safety, then we won't be authorising a product. We look not just at the way it's used now, but for example, what might happen if too much was used, or if someone used it in an inappropriate fashion, and include all of that in our risk assessment, all of which has found this product to be entirely safe.
The FSA has confirmed that milk from cows fed with Bovaer is safe to drink, emphasising that the additive does not remain in the milk. DSM-Firmenich points to over 150 trials published in peer-reviewed journals that demonstrate Bovaer's environmental benefits without compromising food safety. Professor Chris Elliott, a food safety expert, explains that the additive has gone through a series of regulatory processes around the world, and all are satisfied that it actually does what's claimed around methane emissions and does not pose any food safety risks. Still, experts acknowledge the importance of public trust. The controversy surrounding Bovaer highlights a broader societal challenge: how to balance innovation with public trust and effectively communicate scientific findings. On one hand, the urgency of reducing methane emissions is needed to tackle climate change, but on the other hand, introducing new technologies into the food system demands a high degree of transparency and dialogue to receive widespread support and consent. For Bovaer to gain widespread acceptance, producers and regulators will need to address these public concerns head-on, providing clear information about its safety and benefits while continuing to monitor its long-term effects. Whether Bovaer becomes a staple of sustainable farming remains to be seen. But the debate it has sparked is a reminder of the complexities of fast-moving innovation. As we grapple with the dual challenges of feeding a growing population whilst protecting the planet, the path forward will require thoughtful decisions, open conversations, and a willingness to hear the points from either side to find a positive way forward.